Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Dad's Picking Daisies. Trent, we have an exciting show today. Yeah, man, I'm just taking in my environment right now. Uh, this is a really cool experience, and I interesting transition here. I grew up watching a little bit of the Antique Roadshow. Okay, with my dad. Okay, and it's a fifth. We made it for the Dad's Picking Daisies Roadshow. We're here. We are. We decided to bring the show outside today. So if you are watching this on YouTube, you'll see our nice, lovely backdrop. Hopefully, maybe we'll get some Mother Nature, survival of the fittest with a gator out there or something mid-show. I mean, I could take a breeze. A breeze would be good for Mother Nature. I mean, outside of that, shouldn't be complaining about Florida humidity. Heat the last couple of days. It's been nice to hang out outside in the mornings and in the evenings. And it looks like we've escaped a couple storms here as of late, right? Good. They kind of turned north. Yeah, turned northeast a little bit. One of them took a hard right. Yeah, so that's been good. Yeah, I do without the hurricanes this time of year. My nerves are still high though. I'm waiting on what happened last year to happen again, and it's just so much. Another month. Yeah, I think so. Ish. Should be fine. So yeah, Chelsea was complaining. She's ready to get through hurricane season. If I could just fast forward, absolutely not. It's your birthday, our anniversary, Halloween. Like, no way. Everything happened in October? Everything happens in October. Well, I mean, her birthday was the 25th, of this month. And then we've got our anniversary coming up at the end of next month. And we've got a couple of birthdays. Very nice. So yeah, we got I think it's our 8th anniversary. We've been talking about our 10th anniversary coming up, and it's like I forgot which one we're on because I started planning for 10. Okay. Yeah. It's like gotta start thinking about what we're doing because it's like we're gonna take 5 days, or we're gonna take 8 days. Who's gonna watch the kids for that one? You better start. Well, I mean, by that time, what 8? Yeah, the girls will be 8. Yeah. Yeah, so they're only by themselves for 2 weeks. That's fine. They're a little easier at that time. So grandma and grandpa can come over, and it's just maintaining the routine. The schedule. It definitely the routine is the thing. So that's the hard part. Yeah, you almost have to schedule Ubers in advance for the grandparents, or if you're gone for that long and you've got cheerleading or gymnastics or softball. At that time, gymnastics might be full go. Yeah, might be in preparations for the Olympics. That's something else. 2 years away. It's definitely competition prep season over that time of year. Yeah, I mean, Hannah would be probably entering silver team, correct, at that point. So we would have out-of-state competitions, I think. You guys have an out-of-state one this year, right? Yeah, it's a buy-in tournament though. Or competition. So we just did it because it's ran through the gym owner. So it was a discounted buy-in rate. And, we have the flight benefits. So we don't have to add in the fare flight tickets to get there. And we wanted the experience, it would be nice to go to a gym and cheer her on. She might after the season, she might decide she doesn't want to do it anymore. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Let them go as long as they want until they don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, and I think that we both support her in it as long as she's as long as she's doing the right things. We've had some speed bumps where she doesn't listen, she doesn't follow the rules. She's too unorganized, doesn't bring her homework home, doesn't bring her binders home. Wakes up in the morning super early, gets out of bed, wakes everybody up, or goes and hides and watches TV. And it's just like, I follow the rules. Yeah, you want to do gymnastics? You want to do it as often as you're doing it? You gotta follow the rules. Does Dad follow the rules at gymnastics? I sit in the back. What about that one time? Oh, so that one time, it was on the night when Natalie is there. So rec parents can sit up front and watch the rec teams do their practice, but the competition parents have to sit in a little room in the back in detention. So on Wednesdays, whenever Natalie goes for rec team and Hannah's there for competition team, I sneak out in the front and watch Natalie during her practice. Well, one night Natalie was sick and not there, and I tried to do it anyways, and they caught me. But they've already lightened up. I mean, they got complaints from every single parent that was around for that.
There's a revolt at the gym. Everybody wants the in-run passes.
Yeah, I mean, um, they spent a lot of money there. They spent a lot of time there. It's an investment for all those families. They want to watch their kids, and I get it. I mean, Hannah's made so much progress since she started there, but it's also like, how am I going to sit there and watch 5 hours of gymnastics?
I think you get to a point where they're old enough where you feel comfortable leaving them there for a few hours, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not at that stage yet, but like,
Chelsea asked me that a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, when do you think you'll be ready to just drop her? I was like, well, if it wasn't a half-hour drive.
Yeah.
She's like, well, you could drop her and come home, and then I can go pick her up. Yeah.
Well, I think at this stage too, like Ken's would notice, right? For like her hour practice, even if I dropped her off, because the way that when they practice, they're in like the way back corner of a warehouse, and you're sitting all the way up front, and it's just bleachers, and there's so many kids in there, it's hard to see that all the way there. But if I went and called random Publix or something during her practice, she would know.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be the tough part. Whereas in a couple of years, they're probably going to be at the stage in life they're like, get away from me, Dad. So I guess it is what it is. But yeah, I don't think, I know we're not there yet of like dropping them off and leaving and then coming back.
Yeah.
Because I think the kids would notice, not necessarily like anything else, but like the kids would notice.
I think at least one practice, Hannah comes and tries to find me and like has an excuse for taking a break.
Yeah.
My leotard's not fitting right, or I need to tighten my ponytail. I need a Band-Aid, but I don't really need a Band-Aid. I gotta go potty, but I just want a potty.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And it's just like, she's 6 years old and her practices are 2.5 hours long. She's done.
That's a long
first
time.
hour.
Yeah, that's a long time at that age.
But she loves it. She gets done with her practices and she's so excited to tell me, what she did better at, or what she did for the first time.
Exactly.
And it wasn't like that a month ago. A month ago, she was just tired.
That's good that she's progressing and excited about learning new stuff.
Yeah, for sure. She did tell me that she doesn't want to do it anymore after the season. She wants to do dance, but that's every. She says something like that every.
I was gonna say it changed on a week by week basis with the kids nowadays.
Yeah.
What are there any early contenders on your 10th anniversary trip?
I think we want to go back to St. Lucia.
Okay.
Yeah. So St. Lucia, we had a really great experience in St. Lucia. The culture there is incredible. The people that live there are incredible. And the resort that we stayed at was beachfront, but there's so many different trips that you can take there. You can go and you can do like black sand private beaches that are inside coves, or you can go like the resort row, kind of what we did, or you can go into the rainforest and the mountains. And you would have to like shuttle to a beach or something. Like they have partnerships or an agreement with another resort to allow beach access, but they're up at the top of the mountains, in the rainforest. And I think we would go back there and we would probably like split the trip. My mom took a trip to Costa Rica a while ago. It was a gift, I think, for her 30th anniversary at work. And they did.
Oh, work gave it to her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, she'd been there for a long time. She's done great stuff for the company, and they definitely rewarded her. That was a while ago. I don't remember how long. I think it was like 5 days, but 5 days on one part and 5 days on the other part. They split it up that way. They did beach for part of it, and then like more of a mountainside experience. I would like to do that in St. Lucia. I think that there's a lot.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
It's also just so like tranquil and serene. You're not going to go and you're not going to do a bunch of touristy things. You're just sit.
Yeah.
You're going to find some peace.
Yeah. Enjoy the silence.
Yeah.
Waves crashing on the beach.
I think that's where we're at.
Okay.
There's definitely other locations that we could put in the mix to do that. But I think St. Lucia keeps popping up just because it was such a memorable experience.
I got 3 years to figure out ours.
You can do it. You got 3 years.
That's easy. Yeah.
Yeah. Pop over to Napa, get on an Alaskan cruise.
I don't know about the Alaskan cruise. So Vicky, I know she'll never do an Alaskan cruise. She did one in high school.
Okay.
And it was not good.
Yeah.
So that would be a hard thing to do. And, but Napa, it's on there.
Yeah.
Probably, if it's not at the top of the list, it's definitely number 2.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, Yeah, I don't know. Outside of that, I mean, we enjoyed going there, and then I could see like throwing in on Hawaii, maybe.
Yeah.
But we want to take the kids to Hawaii eventually. So
St. Lucia is the Hawaii in the Atlantic.
okay,
No,
I did not.
it's great.
It's a lot closer too.
Yeah, it's a way easier flight.
Okay, again, it's nonstop from here, right?
I think they do it nonstop from here now. We flew Miami.
Okay, that makes
So we
sense.
did like Dallas to Miami to or Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
To
Okay.
St. Lucia, we changed planes.
Okay.
I think we did Southwest to Fort Lauderdale and then American to St. Lucia. I
Okay.
don't remember. It's too long ago.
I could easily be convinced to do a beach destination like that.
Yeah. I want to do something like Fiji or something that's like a 14-hour flight, but I don't want to waste the days on that flight.
Yeah, we did that for our honeymoon.
Yeah, not
We
worth
did.
it.
I mean, significantly worth it.
Okay.
I don't know at this stage, and I mean, the kids will be at that point 9 and 7. I going that far
Well, I
time
know
difference wise.
no kids.
Oh, I'm not talking about kids
Just
either.
go without.
I mean, yeah, just going without
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Except the time difference of it, that it might be an issue.
Like a half a day ahead or half a day behind. Will you be a delayed reaction to a broken rearm?
Depending on what time it happens, yeah. So Bora Bora, where we went on our honeymoon, is I think it's 2 hours behind Hawaii. And
Yeah.
so Hawaii is what, 4 hours behind Pacific time?
Mhm.
So then that puts us 7, depending on the time of year, behind Florida. And so call it 9. So if we're 9 hours behind and like they wake up at 6 a.m., fall out of bed, and break an arm, I'm sound asleep.
Well, I mean, you're going to come home to a cast. Either.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it's totally fine. But yeah, I would say Hawaii would be safe to do with the kids. I think when they're a little bit older, I could see us doing Europe.
okay.
I could see us doing like a London, France deal.
Yeah. Like to Paris.
Yeah, start in London and then go over to Paris for a few days.
We've got that trip planned in our minds, not on the calendar.
That's like the next big one, I think. So that could be in contention. But yeah, I'd say Napa or the London Paris trip.
They're over on a Vikings cruise right now. They just left a couple of days ago. They left on Saturday. I don't remember how long they're gone for, but they're doing quite a few stops. But I would do a Vikings cruise, but maybe
that's like the smaller ship on the river, right? Yeah. My parents
so it's a little slower.
Yeah.
You get I think the landscape view that you get from the boat is better because you're not just in the middle of the ocean.
Well, yeah, you're right in the middle of the land right there on the river.
But I would do that probably over an Alaskan or a Caribbean cruise.
I don't need to do a Caribbean cruise.
No, I'm good without it. I think we touched on that last week.
Yeah, I don't need to do that one.
The pictures from the wedding came back from the wedding cruise that we went.
Okay.
That we went to, not on.
Yeah.
Last weekend, and they're great. Like they put that package together for those brides and those couples that get married there. It's like they've got great planning. Like probably do 5 a cruise ship, thousands of cruise ships.
Yeah.
Got a lot of experience.
Easily.
But yeah, so our topic today is we're both taking in the environment.
We just had what would that be? A duck land behind us back there. I thought it was maybe a gator that was coming through. But yeah, so in the essence of being outside today, being in nature, what are some of your favorite outdoor activities to do with the kids? And then do you think it's skewed towards where we live here in Florida?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely noticed a huge difference moving from Texas to Florida about how often we're outside and how more of our activities are done outside. It just feels like Texas is all concrete, So if it's summertime, you don't do anything outside. You just go AC to AC. But here it's like go outside, you get sweaty, you go jump in the pool, and you're still gonna have 2 showers a day, a couple outfits a day because you're gonna sweat through everything. But it still seems like it's not a deterrent. Everybody's still outside doing stuff. But I think right now my favorite activities outside are batting practice and playing catch with Nat.
Okay.
She just loves to be out there. And riding bikes with the kids. They're getting so big, and just going through the park and riding bikes.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. They're still on training wheels, but they're riding too fast for their training wheels because they'll pop over around turns.
Yeah.
But they're not quite ready to go with that.
Okay.
But they're close. They're getting more and more brave, faster and faster, better with their brakes and better with steering. So it's nice. But yeah, I mean, we play softball twice a week. And last night we got like the first feel of like fall ball.
Okay. I was going to say, because the nighttime recently, it's been dropping a little bit. I mean, nothing crazy. The humidity's been dropping off, not necessarily the temperature, but you can feel it. Even this morning, there was little
it was nice
in the air going to school.
You wouldn't know it now.
No, it's not egregiously bad. It's toasty.
Right. I'm just, I'm
not moving a lot, so that's why I'm not like sweating.
I'm out of shape. I'm overhydrated.
You got to start doing those laps in the pool.
I know. It's like 1-stroke, 2-stroke turn.
I will say, I think moving from Chicago to down here, we're definitely, to your point with Texas, I think it's the same way. We're definitely outside more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say just swimming though. Obviously that's always fun with the kids but like during the summer up in Chicago, I wouldn't say we swam a lot.
Right.
Just because it wasn't, everybody down here, there's access to more pools down here.
Every neighborhood has a pool.
Now that, there's definitely access out there. Don't get me wrong, but it's easier access down here. So the kids love to swim. Knox, we've been playing soccer outside.
Yeah.
So that's been fun. And just to your point with the bike riding, scooter rides, I'll walk. Vicky will walk, and the kids will do that. So it's definitely nice.
Is Knox mad at you for taking hockey away from him?
He is starting hockey in January
over at the Ellington Ice Hockey.
Yeah,
way to go.
They have I forgot what the package or whatever was, but it's like a learn to play hockey type deal.
Sure.
And so you get equipment is included.
That's great.
In the thing. At this stage, like who cares what it is, and if he just gets used to wearing it.
Yeah.
He's used to wearing the helmet and knee pads and gloves. So now we just throw in some other stuff. But
did it come with? Any girls on the team?
You will have to ask Vicky for this.
Yeah.
Because I think it was just kids in general.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So he's starting that in January, but he's the one that came up with soccer.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I never played soccer. But they're playing it in school. And some of his friends would enjoy it, so he wants to play soccer. So we're gonna sign him up this weekend to start playing soccer. One of those Happy Feet deals. You guys did that the first time we were down here.
Yeah, well, it was I-9.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
The girls had a lot of fun. They were too young.
Yeah, I agree. I think Knox is at a good, he can pay attention and try right now.
Yeah.
So he'll do that, and then at first he said, no, he just wants to do hockey until he gets bored, and then he'll do soccer.
Yeah.
But then we're like, Knox, you can do soccer the next 2 months, and then in January you can start hockey. And he's like, oh yeah, let's do it. So, one indoor, one outdoor sport right there.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to sit in a hockey rink and be equipped to sit in a hockey rink coming in from 80-degree weather.
Yeah.
Can't go in there with shorts and t-shirts.
Be freezing. Take breakaways.
Yeah, but no, definitely, I think being down here, there's a way more opportunities to be outside.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think maybe once they start getting a little bit older, put a fishing pole in their hands.
I tried that.
I think they're still
too young.
Still a little young to hold the attention.
All the kids and the boys that fish out on the pond behind our house are older. 12, 13, 14.
I was going to say, I don't want to ruin that for them at a young age.
Yeah.
So then when they get older, they can appreciate going on a deep sea fish or something.
Right.
But I fished from a young age, but I also remember just the attention span that I had and probably not enjoying it as much, because if you're not catching things on a regular basis, it gets tough.
Yeah.
So maybe once they get older, we go fishing with my uncle down here on his boat, and they usually come back with stuff. So
yeah, I mean, you can usually find a pod, a family, a grouper or something out.
Yeah,
and
exactly
get a handful of them pretty easy.
Yeah,
you're not always going to go out and get the big guy that's always in the pictures. Every charter captain around here posts a giant, massive fish
Yeah.
on their Facebook. We've never seen them.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen them either.
we've always come back with great fish, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I had fireback grouper for the first time.
Fireback grouper?
Yeah, it looks so good.
What?
Or it looks so cool, but it tastes so good.
Okay.
It was like less flaky
Okay.
than some grouper that I've had, but it was just cooked really well too. You know how grouper can be fishy?
Yeah.
You know, it can have a weird texture. This was just cooked really well.
Okay.
And it was like had like a miso glaze on top of it, so it just fit really well. But then I googled what fireback grouper looks like, and it's the coolest grouper fish.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at that.
Yeah, it's like a leopard with fire spots instead of just regular spots.
Interesting. Is it where? Is it? Did you have it down here? Or did you have it when you guys were in Texas?
No, I had it here.
Okay.
I had it here. We went to Taverna Toscana in Bradenton.
Okay.
Really cool restaurant. Really, really great food. Really good service. The fish was awesome.
Okay.
We were gonna go steak because whenever we looked at the menu before we got there, they have a dry aging room for their steaks. And that's like a common high-end steakhouse thing in Texas,
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah.
And you don't really find it that often here. So I was like, well, getting a strip, getting it. And then he was like, we got fireback grouper. I was like, okay.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's what I'm having.
Okay.
It's delicious. It's fantastic. The kids didn't like it so much. They got spaghetti on the kids menu, but the spaghetti noodles are like traditional, hollow, fat, long spaghettis. And
Okay.
what are these? They had like 3 noodles and they were full.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah,
They're massive plates, you know how they do.
Yeah.
Those spaghetti bowls. And two or three spins with the fork, and they were all done.
Okay.
Well,
Do you? I don't know how it was in Texas, but do you miss having any ability to do anything in the freshwater? For example, like if this pond behind us was big enough or considered a lake to go like water skiing or tubing.
no, I never really got into water skiing or tubing or wakeboarding. It's huge in Texas. So many people do it. But we would go whenever I was older, like 20s, we would go to the lake for tie-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just a wild party scene. And you sit in those lakes and swim in them, and they're just muddy water lakes that have just been polluted in for years, generations.
We went to a few lake houses growing up and everything, and I know people do it down here, and I know there's areas to do it. I don't know, man. With the potential of a gator,
I wouldn't do it here because of the gator thing. In Texas, it's like you gotta watch out for like water moccasins.
Yeah.
Big time. And every now and then you'll hear stories of a gator, but you don't hear stories about gators.
No, yeah, exactly.
It's just gator sightings, and they're all giants.
Yeah.
They've been alive for 200 years. They migrated to that lake for privacy.
Yeah,
exactly. I'll leave them alone. Out here, they're still young and fiery.
Yeah.
Fighting for survival.
There's one in this pond behind us.
Oh, yeah.
That I've seen swimming.
That's a good
8-footer.
Yeah, you could definitely get an 8-footer in that pond. We don't get anything bigger than like a 5-footer, 4.5-footer.
Yeah.
In ours.
There's been some deer back here across the pond, and then even back here in this area behind me. We've had a family of deer coming through. The snake guy yesterday got 2 black racers, a cane toad, invasive to the area.
Cane toad?
Cane toad. Interesting, I believe he said.
Okay.
And
an invasive frogs in Florida.
Yeah. A red ring snake or something.
A ring snake, I think and then they have like different colors, but I think it's a horn snake. It looks like the bad one. What's the black and yellow? Black touches yellow, kill the fellow. Red touches yellow. I don't know.
I just stay away from the snakes.
Black and red, you're dead. Black and yellow, I don't know.
But there was I don't know. I looked up the pictures of these that he sent my dad that he caught. It's not the one I saw going across the driveway last week. So
okay,
it's still on the loose.
It's the one that went across the driveway.
It's colorful.
It's just like orange, right?
There's some orange in it and everything. So
could have just been a corn snake or something.
Yeah. But Knox and I went out to play soccer, being outside and everything, and that spotted that little fella.
Yeah.
And we went right back inside.
No way. We spotted a corn snake on the trail outside of our neighborhood.
Well, I'm not like Steve Irwin over here like you are. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Sometimes you just got to get down on ground level.
No, thank you.
No, we'll get within a safe distance of things to explore them.
Yeah.
I will teach the kids to explore things. I have no issue. Like if I know that it's not a venomous snake, I have zero issues picking it up and relocating it so it's not going to harm anybody. But
See, but you know what you're looking for.
yeah, and it's just a quick Google. And like if you don't know right then and there, take a picture of it.
I was more worried about getting knocks inside before I would grab the thing.
Well, I mean, think about a snake and how much bigger you are.
Yeah, but my bite doesn't kill.
Yeah, but it's going to see you and protect itself because you're too close, or run away because you're far enough away. Preferably.
We're not going to take that chance. we're not doing that. We're not going to take that chance.
We had what do we have? It was some wild bug in the lanai the other day, and I had to Google it to figure out what it was.
Okay.
But it was a bug that was, after I Googled it, I used a cup and a dustpan to pick it up.
Okay.
And instead of my fingers.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
Okay.
It's pretty rare.
So what did we find out it was?
I don't remember. It was some weird name, but it had like these giant pinchers on the front of it. It looked like a scorpion without arms.
Oh.
So instead of like arms with claws, it was just like a pincher.
Okay.
Coming off the front of it, and then a tail with a pointy thing on the end.
Okay.
I don't know if Google got it right, but it was enough for me to not use my fingers.
Jesus.
Yeah, we just threw that guy outside in the bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. We're on the same page.
Okay.
But no, we don't really have a lot of scary insects. They're all just normal bugs.
Yeah. Mosquitoes, spiders.
It's the gator,
lizards. And Knox caught a lizard out here the other day.
Was it the first one?
First one.
Oh man, he's welcome at our house anytime.
He tried again last night to catch one. And I'm like, dude, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna throw it in the pool. I go, no, Knox, you're not gonna throw it in the pool. Like, don't grab it. Yeah, throw them outside the lanai if you want, but don't throw them in the pool.
Chelsea is ready to get Hannah and the cat after the lizards on the lanai. They're in full force.
Are they?
Yeah. And I don't mind because they eat flies and mosquitoes and sometimes they'll eat spiders. It's like keep it unless they're reproducing and becoming invasive.
Yeah, if I think I told you there was a lizard on my desk at the office the other day. I was working diligently and popped its head over the monitor, and yeah,
man, I was like, what's going on? Get freaked out.
So that's stuff that only happens in Florida.
Yeah,
I did jump a little bit. I did jump a little bit. Do you think living in a specific area of the country limits what your kids experience as growing up outside?
Oh, sure. I definitely think that there's like cultural diversity around where you live. You know, you're going to be
no Olympic skiers in our group.
Yeah, like you're from Utah, you might have a better chance of snowboarding as a career. You know, if you're in New York or Chicago, you might have an opportunity to join a wheelie club.
Yeah.
I definitely think that there's something to say about where you live and how like the Northeast is like white collar jobs, and it's abundance of, or not an abundance, but like it's dense. You know, the population is dense for white collar jobs, the finance jobs, and business roles.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same with like, kids sports and kids activities, right? I think different throughout the country.
Like, you probably have more indoor sporting activities in an area that has land to build them on, or soccer fields, football fields, things like outdoor sporting in areas that have.
What's kind of nice about, I think, the sports that our kids are involved in, like, they translate anywhere, right? So if you did move or went from place to place for whatever reason, gymnastics travels, cheerleading travels, hockey.
Yeah, it's just relocating
soccer,
to a team. Yeah, but you're still going to keep the basics and the foundations, fundamentals. What kids' activities do you think translate the most into your life?
I don't want to say team sports and take out the individual sport, but I would say team sports, I think, are integral, and I will piggyback off something Rory said after the Ryder Cup. I think golf teaches you a lot too.
And I agree. I think that there's a level of discipline in golf that
Yeah.
other athletes don't have. Minor mistakes in golf can ruin your career trajectory.
Yes. And not letting one bad thing, pinball into another bad thing, on a hole-to-hole, shot-by-shot basis.
Well, Ted Lasso there, be a goldfish.
Yeah. But no, I think probably that, but also if you want to take this, and I'll probably get, flack for this and not considering it a sport, but if you want to take like sports out of it, I mean, fishing, patience,
Yeah.
virtue,
Patience. Mindfulness.
Yeah.
With fishing, you have to stay positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely can see fishing being something that translates into everyday life in your future. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say fishing. I do like golf, but I also like, I think any sport really, or any organized kid activity, right, in the outdoors. I mean, it could be something as simple as like archery.
Yeah.
I mean, it just being dedicated to something and knowing the amount of work you have to put in to be good at something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or to succeed.
And, or reach the next level.
To be coachable is important and everything. So, I mean, really any kid activity, I think. What about you?
I think I have a firmer stance on it than you do.
Okay.
I think I'm going for more of like a holistic approach.
Okay.
Mine, I stand firm. Gymnastics is the best sport for girls and boys.
I agree with that.
I think that there's a team aspect upon it.
Yeah.
Because there's overall scores for the whole team. And if you're not bringing your best, you're going to dock the team. If you're not bringing your best, you're going to dock yourself.
Well, I think the minute details too.
Yeah. Just like golf.
Which is,
they take tenths of points here. They take tenths of points there.
Do you understand the gymnastics scoring yet?
No.
Okay.
No. But I think there's just a level of rigor involved in it that will translate your whole life, because you are developing your posterior chain, your core muscles, your process and like creative reasoning to get through skills to like the desired form, the desired outcome, where you're really learning step by step how to create the end goal and how to build yourself up foundationally from there. It's like learning in first principles, going zeros and ones. You're going low level. You're getting all the way down to the nitty gritty. Why does this happen when I do it like this?
I would agree with that. I didn't think about it in that way, but gymnastics is probably one of the bigger ones where it's putting pieces together to get to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just don't do the uneven bars overnight.
Yeah.
Right. Like you start off low and then you go to high and you go to one and then you learn how to transfer between both of them, or, hitting the vault or something.
Yeah.
I think there's incremental steps to get to a certain point, which is also important because at certain points in your life, or even a job, like you're not going to get hired to your first job and be the director of anything.
Exactly.
I understand that different workplaces and their titles,
but even
different, but like you're not going to
go to the C-suite. You're not going to get to the C-suite without understanding more than one aspect.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to understand everything to move up, and like those small pieces put together. Definitely, because I mean, you've seen it, and I've been to those competitions where you're watching this two people perform, looks identical, but one person pointed their foot the wrong way or pointed their hand the wrong way, and there's a 10th of a point, which is wild to me.
I think it like holds true to the team aspect of it too, because whenever the girls are going through their individuals and like working past, milestones or speed bumps, they're cheering each other on, they're pushing each other to be better, they're holding each other accountable so they can get to the next level, whatever their level is.
Yeah.
There's 10 kids on the team. Some of them are advanced and some of them it's their first year on this team. And it's like the people at the top are motivating the people at the bottom to do what they're supposed to do so they can get to that next level.
Yeah. No, that's a good one.
I think the coaches too are huge in any sport, not just gymnastics. Coaching is such a huge part of what kids take away from these sports.
Yeah.
And being a part of Natalie's softball team now, like I'm not a coach or a team, a parent or anything.
Innocent bystander.
Innocent bystander that's not getting yelled at through the fence. just seeing the different, like at this level of softball, the different styles of coaching and how every coach, even though they coach differently, their one goal is to bring it back. The one goal is for next season, whenever season is about to start, they want to go register. They want to play again.
Yeah.
And
Well, because these leagues, they fall apart if nobody registers, you
Yeah.
know? So there's that happy medium between teaching and keeping it fun and also succeeding at the same time.
And then I think whenever you go to the next level where it's more competitive and it's more, there's more required from the athletes, from the children. I think that having a strong coach, a strong leader really just will set the team apart, will set the individual athlete apart. Where if somebody at a kid at a younger level doesn't get that coaching and doesn't get that leadership, and then they, get to the high school level or they get to the college level, they're not going to know what it takes.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's still just like 7% of kids make it to college level sports, college level athletics.
You got to be special.
Yeah, got to be so special.
You got to want to do it too. Like you can't be burnt out.
Yeah,
junior year of high school trying to go to college sports.
And that's something we're trying to balance with Hannah right now. It's just like, you want so many things. You tell us all the time you want gymnastics, but you also tell us all the time that you want candy. It's like, we got to have some priorities and set some boundaries here, but
can't be doing all those.
No, you can't, what is it? You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be a finely tuned athletic machine.
Oh, Natalie's getting there. Natalie will look at me and Dad, I need more protein today.
Here's a shake.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking
Here's a pre-made protein shake.
And then she'll tell me, well, I had this for breakfast. I don't think there's much protein in that. What?
The kids do ask. They're like, is this good for you?
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. They think fruit snacks are good for you because there's fruit snacks. I was like, nah,
sure.
We're stretching the truth right there.
Yeah.
I get your rationale, but no, we're stretching it.
Yeah. I think we as parents can be a little more transparent.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I think we should, let's wrap up this week. What was your favorite thing to do as a kid outside?
Oh man, my favorite thing to do, like if I wasn't camping or fishing with my dad or riding four-wheelers with my dad and I was doing a sport, we had an outdoor roller rink really close to my house.
Okay.
I tried to be there as often as I could.
Okay.
I would probably say that's probably my favorite sporting memory as a kid was the rec off ice stuff.
Yeah.
That was hockey related.
Okay. Nice. That'd be nice to have a roller rink that close.
There's one right around the corner from us. It's the Manatee County Ball Hockey Association.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So their rink is right next to the softball fields, right next to Liquid Ranch High.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Over there. Go get some wheels, man. Let's go.
I should. I haven't had a pair of rollerblades in a while.
My older brother threw away his and he took a picture and sent it to me. There was dirt dauber nests on the side of them. And the toes, you know how the toes are always hard plastic, molded plastic? They've just like completely caved and fallen.
Really? Vicky said there was some old guy going around the neighborhood this morning motoring on some rollerblades.
Yes. There used to be a couple of people in Miller Park that were like that.
Okay. As long as you don't hit the bump or something. There's a lot of uneven spots out there.
Yeah. Just got to pay attention. You definitely have to have your sweatbands. We got to rock at night.
Yeah.
High socks.
I had a pair of inline skates too when I was a kid.
Yeah.
We had a little grind bar and everything. And then I was training for the X Games. Yeah. They clearly didn't make it, but that was a fun childhood memory.
I tried to do BMX bikes, tried to do skateboards. I never got into inline skates.
I couldn't do the skateboard. Yeah. I was not good at skateboarding.
I mean, I could skate around with the friends and I could ollie and I could get up a curb and I'd attempt to kick flip.
I couldn't even stand on.
Oh man.
I was more on the bike and the blades, man.
You're a longboard kind of guy. I can see it.
I know any type of board and wheels. No, not for me. That's not how I'm going out in life. But yeah, those were fun times as a kid. And then just playing baseball growing up. Yeah, we had a great team, a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun guys that we still keep in touch with today.
Hey, that's great. Yeah, I wish I kept in touch more with the guys that I used to play hockey with. We're friends on Facebook.
Yeah,
but we don't chit chat back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. Well, should we get some air conditioning?
I'm in for that.
This was a success. I think hopefully all the quality turns out well, but
we're just gonna send this one out raw.
We're gonna hopefully hear some birds in the background.
I'm gonna go shower.
Yeah,
I have to be in public later. Sorry about what I'm leave behind in the chair.
All good. We'll see everybody next week. Have a good one.